All right, folks, welcome to the back room at the Jointed Queue. We got some action today. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. We got a call last night, and Dave Steezy and Jesse Whistler are going to get it on right now. I think they're just getting ready to lag. Dave looks like he's just sharing the stream and kind of putting it out there for everybody, and it's looking like we're going to have ourselves a real good match here. So I'm on the phone with Mr. Randy Walker for a quick second, just tidying up a couple things on the stream, but I'm going to jump off the mic for a minute, and I'll start when they start. All right, gang, hang in there. All right, folks, I'm back. I'm ready to go, and it looks like Randy just won the first game. So I did watch enough of it to see where Jesse was probably a little bit nervous just getting started. I think David is spending a lot of time kind of coordinating everything on his phone and getting everybody hooked up with the stream. And this is all really, really good stuff for a Wednesday afternoon. So right now, yeah, I'm ready to do some commentating. I'm ready to welcome everybody from the world to the back room at the Join and Queue. We're really not going to spend too much time talking about that. We're going to be all one pocket. Do my best to keep everybody knowing what's going on, and I'm all alone here in the booth. So if I don't catch any of your stuff on chats, and I'm getting quite a few already, I will do my best to just stay in touch. So I will give out some shout outs right away with Robert Brown. Thanks for checking this out. That's the Sniper, and Tyler Talent. That's one of my boys. Known him since he was a puppy. I love you, bud. And we got the Johnny Q. Tran, thanks for chiming in. You know, you got to have your favorites. You got to know who you're pulling for. You know, the energy is always appreciated by the players. They'll come back and see all this. So anyway, you've got Bart Mahoney on the mic today. Randy is busy. His life is just as involved. If you live in California, it's probably busy. But anyway, this was a last-minute call that Sean Damani got yesterday about this match, and fortunately, they're here. We're here. They're playing for $1,000. They got it already posted up, and yeah, it's time to get her done. So we got a 1-0 score. We got a scoreboard we can follow, and I'll keep that updated as we move along. But right now, just let's get to the action. We got Jesse Whistler at the table. Talk a little bit more about these guys as we move along. And Dave Steezy, he's from the break room area down in the Bay Area. Jesse Whistler's plays out of Hard Times, Sacramento. He's become a pretty solid one-pocket player, and he's not afraid to bet a little. So if you ever want to come out and play at Hard Times or here at the Join and Queue, and this is our new pit, they're calling it, the new streaming table, all the finals. We had a nice tournament this weekend with a one-pocket dedicated our dear friend Roger Estelle. Thanks for everybody coming out and joining us. So, all right, so here we are in the action right now. We got Dave Steezy at the table. He's just kind of gently working his way out of a little bit of pressure, not much. You know, Jesse's got a couple balls on his side of the table. Only one of them is clear. There's 12 and 14. A lot of what I can see is from the side. So I'm going to be your side view today instead of the side camera. But this is the end camera. No rail. We got a foul. So let's see. We're looking at a -1 for Jesse on the ball count. And right away, he really kind of just let it go. And now I think there's enough room. If he can go forward a little bit with the cue ball, protecting himself from losing that 5, yeah, he's not going to chance it. So he's playing a little conservative right now, which is not a bad thing. Oftentimes early in a match, especially in a race to 6, you know, you don't have to get in no big hurry. You know, if you have somewhere else to be and you're in a $1,000 match, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I can tell you. And so we'll just see. We'll just see how this kind of plays out here for a while. Yeah, see right away, just that little bit of air on that 12 ball. He didn't. Dave actually ended up making the right move on that by not shooting at it, I guess. Here he's got some options. He's got to look at now, see he can get the cue ball up the table a little bit. I don't think he really has to jack up on it, but hey, he got the rub. Got a little ticky, but he was going to make that ball anyway. And here he's just, them big tall guys, they can get the shots. No problem. Didn't even put an extension on his cue. Although he probably should have, because he would have made it. Oh, thanks, Tyler. Yeah, okay. They're both oval ball. Looks like somebody owes 2 balls, though. Yeah, I'll get up to speed on that. Let me real quick do a little update on that score there. Let's see right there. I'm going to start giving little tips if I can. I'm just going to see where the cue ball is, should be going. Whatever they choose to shoot right here. If he comes low, he's going to sell out the 4 ball. He goes high, he's going to foul. So we've got, yeah. So Dave's all even on count. We got looks like Jesse owes 2. And he's looking hard at that 14. I can't tell from my angle. Not sure if you can tell either from your angle on the stream. We do have, like I said earlier, we do have a second camera, but it's just not good enough right now. So Jesse's going to make some balls, and after that first game, he looks like he's settled in and ready to do some damage. He's got to get up on top of that 9 or 12 ball. And he got there. It's kind of hard to get too close. Take a tighter path to the 9, but then you could get to where it'd be real easy. But he can slide over for the 15 or even the 13. Here now he's got to work a little bit. The 12's good too. So he's got lots of balls still to be made. He has 4, he's playing for 4. Yes. He could just as easy see and never look back over at that 14 ball. It's going to be a little tough, see, and he put a little pressure on him. I think he could have probably worked his way back around on the other side of that 13 by shooting the 14 ball first. But anyway, he's got his balls. Not playing for 4, he owed 2, so he has 2. And that's always a safe play. You don't have to make the ball. He makes the ball. He doesn't do any good. To get a little closer to the hole would have helped, but it's all right. They're still getting settled in. Thanks, John Sweep. mess with that 13 ball. He wants to keep it right there. Playing off the... Good play. Fact that it went in meant nothing. And Jesse's got to be a little careful here. Really, if he just played off, it'd be kind of putting him right back to where he just was. But sometimes you have to keep someone in a particular area for a number of shots until they just finally give you a little bit of air on something. There's a little something big that he could play off of that 8 ball, but I think he's just going to move another ball out of that cluster. Always smart. Dave's getting himself in a pretty good position now. Yeah, it's a little, everything's just a little bit shaky to make any kind of moves. He was trying to play that 7 ball off of the 13. I'm sure that's what he was doing. And that'd have been a good shot, but that 5 ball was a live ball for Dave even before he shot it. So now Dave's going to get his time to get things moving. Yeah, free shot on the 11 is right. He kind of slipped up there. Here, I don't know if you can see that 15 ball, but I don't think he can. So right away, see how just being a little bit loose with that cue ball, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think he really has any simple way to jam Jesse up. He could just, if he could get the cue ball to come down here to the bottom rail, just leave it there, take his medicine. He's trying to stay a little aggressive here. This is good enough. If he hits it real good with some good speed, get that cue ball down on the bottom rail. We're there. That's a very good shot. Very, very good shot. Yeah. Jesse was starting to like that a little, and I think he should be glad to just be back at the table. Yes, and that was the first game. John sweeps. And I hope everybody's hearing the stream fine. I hope they're have good view. You know, they like the table. The setup here is working real good. I want a little shout out not to our good buddy Collins. Colin Newey came out and helped reset everything after the remodel was complete. Yeah, here this is just a lot of trouble for Jesse, and if he can somehow or other get to that 11 ball and get it out of there, or boy, this is tough. This is tough. If he makes this shot though, he can take control of this game. Scores looks like the score is 2-2. And I'll be giving you the ball count as best I can. I can see the rack where they're at, so I should never slack. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, John. Sweep. I don't know if that's could be John's weep. Don't know if we're, but anyway, John, thanks. So yeah, right there. See, Just enough room. He should be just speeding this 10 ball to the pocket. Try to lay that cue ball, sneak up behind that 5. Yeah, he doesn't touch the 11. Yeah, he's good. He can get, just make. Yeah, that's good. This is good. They're jousting a little bit with some funny comments, and Jesse wanted to get a little more out of that. But yeah, I like the gentlemanship of that, where they were just joking with each other about something. I don't know exactly. I couldn't hear what they said. But yeah, see, he wants to keep it going. He could just about as easily take this nice little early lead or mid lead in the game and just push that 11 ball into the corner. Instead, he lets her rip. Holy criminy sakes. Boy, I don't think he has any idea just exactly how lucky he was. But he was. So here we go. I'm not sure. Really, I wasn't even prepared for him. I kept thinking Jesse was going to pass it back earlier. So now he's got an open 15 ball. He can let the cue ball go anywhere. There's nothing's got lanes to Dave's pocket other than the 2 ball. I don't think he wanted to hit that with inside. Should have been hitting that with outside and go get that 3 ball. None of those balls were live on Dave's side of the table. Now they are. Dave's back in a good position here if he wanted to make things tough, playing off of gee whiz. He kind of is looking. He wants to bank that 15, but he's got to be careful here. Yeah, that right away, overcut it, and bingo. So Dave is continuing to be a little bit, I'm going to say, careless. Don't beat me up for my terminologies or my criticisms of players when you rewatch this later on. Daniel Corello, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. Just here on a Wednesday afternoon in retirement and enjoying life as always. Anytime you can be at the pool hall, it's a good day. Unless you're dogging it. You're dogging it, it sucks. No matter what day of the week it is. If you're dogging it, you don't want to even be alive, really. It's a brutal game. So Dave's going to push this over to his side of the table. See, he's, a little lesson to be learned here, folks. When you got to shoot a shot to your hole and you're playing for some dough, take your time. Look it over. And if you're going to practice them banks, go see a good banker. Yeah, no, it's always, you're just gonna be laughing while you're broke. That's right, Danny. You can't you can't make money without investing it. So always look at it that way too. Don't ever beat yourself up just because you're learning the ropes. Don't nice shot there, Jesse. Other than I hit that real good. I mean, actually maneuvered through a lot of traffic, and I wasn't really totally paying attention to it. Yeah, Dave's going to have to. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tyler. Dumbing it. That's a good one. Yeah, see, Dave's had very good chances here, and Jesse don't bank bad. Right now I'm going to give the edge to Jesse, but anything can happen. It's still a long race. We're going to 6 today, so these guys are going to have a little stamina in their gas too. I don't know what kind of octane they're running on today, but if they run out, things could change real quick. So Jesse, he's going to, I'm starting to kind of remember a lot of Jesse's game. I used to play him occasionally in a tournament here and there, and he likes to kind of fire at balls. I didn't know if that had gone away, but there, he held the cue ball real good. He's going to cut this 8 ball. If he can bump into the 1, would have been nice. He didn't. And now he's just going to have to wait a little longer. It looks to me like he's looks like he just needs 1 ball. I think he's got 7, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, Jesse needs 1. It's 7-2 ball count. So now here's where Dave must be patient. And this is where Jesse does not want to be anxious. I thought that's what you meant, Tyler. But I'm not. I am not a spell checker here. I'm also just going with what I got, and this is what you get. So, yeah. Dumping's not too wise either. Now here we go. Now we got a chance to see what Dave's got here. He chooses not to shoot the 2 ball. He finds the hole with that 3. Wow. Okay, so Dave likes the long rail banks. He's been a real suspect on his little short rail cross banks, but man, he just fired the 1 and the 3 ball in like no problem. And yeah, he's feeling a little better right now. It's a good time because Jesse only needs 1 ball. Now slow her down. Just throw that 15 ball over there, double your cue ball out of this corner back to the far upper right, near the far upper right pocket. He might even be able to, if he can get a real tight bite on that cue ball, he might be able to slide that puppy down behind that 6 and the 6 ball and the 10. Yeah, see, that's okay. He might be able to do it that way too, a little harder. Oof, that could have been nasty. But definitely the right play. Jesse, he's got no real threat on either of those balls. Jesse doesn't, there's no threat on those balls by Dave, but he should just take that 15 out. He's looking at it. He wants to bank it. I can tell. I can tell the way he's looking at it. He wants to bank it. Yeah, I think he's going. I think he's going to try to bank that thing. Totally unnecessary, because quite often than not, you're going to sell out the bank to your opponent, which he did. In this case, he's supposed to go ahead and try to make this ball. Yep. And now Jesse has to just move it away. As long as that 6 and 10 are like that, these guys got to be real careful not to overdo it. Their aggression, that is. Dave's got some fans. Good to see. Welcome, Austin Ellsworth. We got to know who you're pulling for, or unless you're just pulling for the game, in which case you can just enjoy one pocket no matter who's playing. Unless it's somebody you don't like, I suppose. But you can even enjoy that if you don't like them, and you can kind of root against them. All right, Jesse got a little bit of air. He's going to try to work it to his hole. Hit it pretty good, but not good enough. All right, Dave, nothing fancy. Just get that thing out of here. Try to push it over up by that top right corner and just keep the cue ball. Reverse ends of the table with the balls. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. The fact that they open those up can change things a little. But Jesse still, he doesn't have to do much. You can just roll up on top of that 10 ball, push it over there, just cluster them up. No big deal. See, one little slip up on my part. It's the same thing. I was distracted checking something, but yeah, he's really disappointed in losing that game. It's 2-0 Jesse. Looked like he was in the driver's seat, but I did get distracted, folks. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do my best to keep my eyes on the game and do what I can when I can. The score is 2-0 Jesse. Okay, well, all you can do is another game and start over, Dave. He's going to get some balls now. And Jesse, like I say, when we start getting more people watching and we start generating some sponsorship in general, we're going to be able to do a lot of these with some really, really good matches with some good players with some good people. This is only our second stream since this backroom remodel happened. When all the seating came out, that was really tough to see, but at the same time, it was necessary. There were a lot of reasons, and really it's changed too. You don't have a lot of people viewing tournaments late in the event. The guys that are playing the last little bit, the best of the players, they're not they're not getting that viewing audience. However, they are on the streams, so they're starting to realize it's a lot to go out there and play in front of a camera. It's a lot to go out there and play real good players and build your game, but it's a great way to get good, I'll tell you that. And so right now, Dave gets a little early a lead. He's got 4-0. Not too much to do here other than just throw the cue ball and move him around a little bit right away. There's got to get that cue ball up higher. You don't want to leave the cue ball down there. You got balls sitting in the middle of the table and you're down on that end of it. You got to get out of dodge. Now that worked out real well. And Jesse can, I don't know if he can see, he wants to follow that 14. He wants to follow it. He wants to make that 14 his friend, and he's not going to be able to do it. Here, if his cue ball gets a little bit loose, he's going to sell out the 11. Yeah, this is real dangerous, but he's got a lead. He's feeling a little bit spunky. And that what happens to, you go from getting a little spunky to looking a little like Spanky. Spanky was always getting himself in trouble in the Little Rascals. I love that kid, grew up with him. I tried to emulate his every move. His projects were brilliant. Anyway, enough of the movie world. Dave is going to bank the 3 ball. Well, I hope you got some magic on that cue ball. Because Jesse's going to shoot that. He could easily do something down here. Creative, but Jesse can make that 10 ball and come down here for the 9 and 14. He can do all kinds of damage without, even if he misses the 10 ball. I think that's the 10 ball. Yeah, it's 10 ball. Right in the middle of the table, 10 ball. Oh, Billy Burgess. Yeah, I got you, buddy. You're always going to be more inclined to your area, being Northern California. We're all part of this beautiful country we live up here. But, yeah, Jesse's a Sacramento player. Dave's a Bay Area player. I get it. Good move there. So, yeah, see, he's getting loose. Getting loose. Take advantage, Dave. If he makes it, that's the whole trade-out. If you make it, you can move the ball to your hole. That's great. If you can't keep the cue ball, it's just going to end sooner than you'd like. And that's kind of what happened to Dave, right away though. He turns it around. Jesse got a little too aggressive for his own good, and ultimately he allowed Dave to get on the scoreboard. So all right, so now they're both settling in a bit, finding their way, getting comfortable. Yeah, I could say I did grow up with Spanky. But not quite real life. Uh, I'm old, but I ain't. Yours truly was born in the 50s, early 50s. So I ain't over the hill yet. Just don't come hunting for me and expect to play for any big money matches anymore. Ain't nobody getting any part of my retirement, that's for sure. Earlier in life? Sure. Bank's open. Stop on by. I'll be glad to donate as long as you make me play better. That's just fine with me. Just put it on the back of the stack. You know, if you all getting interested in playing one pocket, start paying attention. Even these guys, they're playing for 1,000. They can play a little bit. You know, they're not taking it lightly. And you can learn from guys like these. They're starting to just make all the basic moves. Right now, both of them have been the last games have been a victim of a lost cue ball. So you lose the cue ball, chances are. Adrian, you're always hunting, aren't you? There. Sure do enjoy watching you with your success. That's for sure. But yeah, you can keep posting. You should get a little, maybe a little bulletin board with some neon signs. Something that says "Play me." I'm just figuring out I can make balls in this game. Like, yeah. Keep advertising, Adrian. You're right, Sean. It's a good time to move along. Yeah, that's exactly what Tony Chohan did. I told him that early on. Everybody knew before he was Tony Chohan. Matter of fact, the one time I asked him, I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Are you gonna save any of the pool money in Northern California, or are you just gonna beat everybody?" And he says, "I'm just gonna beat everybody, and I'll just keep going until there's nobody else to beat." And boy, I'll tell you what, Tony, you have done that, my friend. I've always enjoyed watching you just grow and become a really solid player, but also a pretty darn solid person when coming to represent this game and just step up. Nice shot, Dave. That's what you do. You find a little bit, you throw it at the pack and kill that cue ball. Good things happen. Great shot. Well, Adrian, you're just going to have to stop going to Fiji with your pops or fishing or whatever you guys do. You're having too much fun. Ah. Not a lot to do here. Just now, see, he's trying to get real good on, I don't know. Looked to me like he was maybe trying to get that cue ball up above the rack somewhere in the middle of the table where he could get to that 6 ball. But he's, he just right now, he let Jesse make a pretty simple move. Back to making the moves. Is just, you'll see right now, this collection of balls is a great obstacle for any one ball you can get near your hole. You get 2 balls near your hole in that situation, 3 balls, yeah, your opponent's got problems because you can just keep them in that rack. Now, as the rack opens up, then you actually get some more blockers out of it. But the concentration of the rack from the very opening break is collectively the spot that you want to keep them until you can break them out, or your opponent can break them out. But when they break them out and they're shooting at their hole, it's only because they miss. If they don't miss, then they can just break the balls out and play it like a straight pool rack. It's a different type of game from straight pool, of course, but you have to have all the straight pool stuff. You have to have, you know, everything to play straight pool, just like you do in one pocket, but it's just not as dramatic as the specialties there are. Talk about straight pool some other time. Jesse's just trying to figure out, what can I do here? And this might not be a bad time. You're early in the rack. It's 1-0 Dave. You know, you might just be better off just taking the foul. See if you can move a little something. It looks like he could even, I don't know, it looks to me like he could even just push the cue ball maybe up on that 2 ball and just leave it there. Let the 2 balls spot up. There's nothing, there'd have been nothing there. He's trying to get something out of it. He's okay. Now, Dave, if there's anything that's real simple here, there's nothing wired to Jesse's hole. He's looking down below. He could maybe shoot that 9. He might just want to overcut the 13. Don't make it. Hit it with speed and just stick the cue ball in the rack. I don't know what he's going to do, but that's kind of what I see. Oh, bad tables is no good. I used to play golf. I compare good tables to bad tables, or dirty tables to new tables. It's like freshly cut greens at a golf course, freshly cut country club level greens that are just pristine. And there, he doesn't have to be shooting at that. He did not have to make that. See, that's the difference. You got to stage. You got to stage your. When you want to run racks, you want to stage them. You got to. John Henderson, God rest your soul, buddy. I thoroughly miss you. Anytime I say his name or I think about him, it really hurts just knowing he's not here anymore. He was such an influence on me as a friend and as a fellow competitor and everybody else that he knew. Now Jesse, there, he just got careless and missed it. He always talked about gathering, gathering your eggs, like you're going out for an Easter egg hunt, and you just collect them, put them in a little basket until you got 8. But you have to do it one egg at a time. They're all hidden. Somebody gets up early in the morning, they make a bunch of colored eggs, they go hide them for everybody, and you got to go find them. Well, that's kind of how you have to play one pocket. If you expect them to just be yeah, exactly, Sean. If you get in a hurry and a rush, there was no need to fire at that 13 ball. Dave, you'll hear me later on the stream. Those are the little things. You're still okay. Look at how the balls are still collected there. There's nothing wired. There's things you could do with them in certain situations. But right now, he should just slow it down, play off the 6. He could have moved that 6 ball to his side of the table and put the cue ball in the rack, or he could have moved his side of the table, put the cue ball down the bottom rail. This is just enough room to where Jesse, he's pretty aggressive. I kind of let the players, when I'm commentating, I'm not trying to come up. I ain't Jeremy Jones. I'm not Scott Frost. I'm just me. And they gave me a key, so you guys are stuck with it. On the other hand, if you want to play some. Oh, and I said earlier, cheap. I'll be glad to play some of this goofy game. Oh, I was talking about John too. He would love to be here right now in this booth with me, and it's kind of the family that we've all become. We're all a very, very, very close knit family. It's the same way all around the world. You know, once you're a pool player, Terry Stone, you're the owner, the founder of this pool room in 1968. He said, yeah, you can leave the game, but oh boy, the game never leaves you. There is things going on in this game for people that are very, very, very much alike. So we all struggle with the same difficulties, developing a game, learning how to play. And right here, one pocket, yeah, it's not easy to learn, but at the same time, it's an unbelievable pastime after you get serious and take the time to start learning it. So, okay, now he's being safe. He could have done that on the 13, and he could have had a ball sitting right by his hole, and he could have done that 5 innings ago. But that's okay. He's keeping us entertained. Adrian, you still out there? Are you listening to your buddy Sean? He's right. Ooh. Could have done that a while ago on that 13 ball. You're making... Good shot. Good shot, Dave. Sorry. Beating you up. I'm not your coach. He should just be bringing the cue ball down the bottom rail. He's got to get it all the way to the bottom, though. Now, see, this is... Dave's can just... He doesn't even have to make this. If he just kept it where it didn't go in the hole, purposely miss it, he could get real ugly, but he's going to try to make something out of nothing, and he failed. Oops. Now, and I love there is some pleasantries between David and Jesse. You can't really see it on screen, but they're chuckling with each other. Every little mistake, they're actually sharing in the struggles. And it's going to get tougher. You know, now they're settling in and starting to feel like they both know they got a chance. And the fact that they're both playing even, I don't know how I haven't seen Jesse play in probably 5 years, even though we live in the same town. I just don't play much anymore. Dave, I've seen him play a little bit. But I don't know their games. So they're at the earlier stage. It's 2-1 game, Jesse. And it is 2-1 Dave, ball count. And the pressure of the game is going to change dramatically. They've forgotten about the $1,000 hanging on the lights. They're actually... that's where we used to put the money. You never played anybody for this kind of money if you didn't have it on the lights. It had to be away from their pocket because, well, I'll talk about that later. Well, no, I'll say it real quick because it's relative. It's one thing to bet money and post the money, which is good because you're posting it. You're giving it up. So then you're really playing not to get it back. You're playing to earn it. If you're playing somebody for money and you have the money in your pocket, this is just a tip from your Uncle Bart here. And if you're new to the stream, I'm Bart Mahoney. I'm one of the old-time guys that grew up here. I walked into the joint queue in 1970. It was open in 68. But anyway, I learned a lot. I've played a lot. If you know me, you know that. But if you got the money still in your pocket and you get towards the end of the match, that's too late to count the money that you're going to have to pull out of your pocket. You know, you should have already done the math. You should have already had that as far as your pool playing budget. And because you're a pool player, chances are you didn't. But this is the better way to match up. Take it out of your pocket, give it to somebody. Hey, it just dawned on me, they didn't give me the money because I ain't holding it. I don't have anything to do with the action, which is fine. And I would totally trust these guys to, you know, to settle without complications, which a lot of people could learn from other people's experiences. It's obvious that there's some shadiness going on in our sport, I hate to say, but guess what? It is. So don't count the money before it's too late. Count the money before you play, and I assure you, you will play better to get it back. All right, well, let's see what he's going to do here. He really, if you can see that 9, I can't really tell, but see, now this is a very early in the game. The balls are starting to move up table. That can happen. Some of them are just, you know, misses and just lost balls. Some of them are just getting pushed down there. That's kind of what Dave's got to do. There's no lanes to your hole anymore. He's trying to create lanes. He's going to bang into things, but, you know, you just call that rearranging the furniture a little bit. Now, see right there, see Jesse, if I was coaching him or if he had his earbuds in and I had him on the telephone, no, that doesn't go on in our sport. What did I just say? The fact is he should have probably pushed that cube all the way down to the bottom and get that 13 ball. Dirtier. What's up, Wayne?
It's a wonderful day.
2-1. Jesse. And I didn't know this, but you can see the ball count right there through the window.
Yes.
This is a great little stream room. I am so happy with the design of all this that Sean Damani and I did. And the guys that did all the work were great. I'm a retired building contractor. I had nothing to do with this remodel. I did do the remodel when they originally reopened the room after the previous owner had all the trouble with their ADA violations. But that was different. They had different problems, but we got all that fixed, and now Jesse's trying to fix his situation. But it'd sure help him if he made that. See, he's kind of given up to 7, and I don't think the 4 is that reasonable to think at. I suppose he could come under it and kick the 4 over, but no, that 7 ball, he sold it out. It's pretty easy. If you can see, it's not hard to cut balls at all. It's when you can't see. See what you did, Adrian, if you're still out there? You come in here hunting and advertising for action, and the next thing you know, whoa, Dave, what are you doing?
Wow, what shape?
I think he can get this 4. If he can't make it, he's supposed to at least put it in the pocket. Good shot. Now he can go have some fun. Adrian, back to you. See what happened? You go posting advertising for action and you want to be next. Find somebody that's not, like Sean said, from the San Jose, Sacramento area and give us a call. Did you hear me, Adrian? Kids. Gotta love them, and you gotta move them out of your house, and soon as you legally can, they're entitled to figure out their own life for themselves. All right, so Jesse, what are you doing here, buddy? We got a little 4-1 thing going on with Dave putting some pressure on you. That's a very good play right there. He's getting it close enough to his hole to where you got in the bottom part of the rack. So, I mean, if it stays out a little bit higher, not a great big shot. But see, Dave's got to be careful. He can't see the 10 ball. Okay. Yeah. Shoot the 10. Go ahead and run this rack out. No.
Or foul.
Or foul. Yep. All right, Jesse. See right away. Jesse shot that one. I thought it was a pretty good shot, but obviously it wasn't. And now he has got to. Dave's giving me some hand gestures. Pretty funny. He's got to come with that 5 ball. I don't see him getting to the 10. Unless he tickies off the 5. He just plays a carom. No, he's going. I should have known that. That was a great shot. He had to. And a lot of times you get a better player, pressed into a situation where they have to make it. It's the only thing their brain can figure out. They'll do that. Now, if he's not careful, he's going to put himself behind the 6 and be right back where he was when he was forced to shoot that 5 ball. See, he's in exactly the same situation. Bang that 6 ball into the 10, make the 10 go in, and make the 6 ball go away and follow your rock. Pretty simple. Yeah, Robert, I'm sure the roofers just can't wait to play that little Adrian. He's such an adorable guy. There you go. So that's exactly what happened there. Even though he was supposed to go after that 6 ball with the cue ball, he was supposed to do that. That was okay. But he forgot that there was still a ball hanging in Dave's hole, and now Dave's going to win this game if he gets shape on anything. Which he's going to have to play a combo. Or bank the 2, or maybe even bank the 13. I have no idea what can he see that 4 ball? Wow. Oh, that's right. He's real young and he can see real good. Oh yeah, Miguel and the roofer. Oh yeah, that'd be a real fun match. You got the speed demon, and you got the guy's still looking for his girlfriend while he's out on vacation, and he doesn't know where he saw her last at the hotel. Okay, he's gonna bank this. He's really causing himself some trouble, but. That's his choice. And you're right, Billy. It is the same in every sport. I don't think it's so. To be honest with you, Billy, I don't think Dave needs 2 balls. And that happens too. Again, he might not get another chance. That's the scary part about missing those simple little shots. But yeah, Billy, it's wait a minute, hang on a second, Bill. I'll give you my reasoning. Because personally, I think the action and the gambling. I mean, you're right. I played a lot of high money golf games in my life, way more than I used to play. Ever played for in pool. But the people at golf courses have a whole lot more money, so you're not going to sit around, worrying about getting paid or whatever. And Um, but in my opinion, um, I don't think he should be doing it. See right there, he's trying to move balls to this hole. He could have kind of used. He's already got 2 balls by his. See, this is waiting for something bad to happen to you by trying to get more than you already had. That 12 and 2 ball was plenty. See, right away, Jesse can jump in, use those 2 of the 3 balls to get 2 of those 3 balls out of there. So good shot, Jesse. But the whole idea behind the real problems is it's just the billiard industry's been supporting this sport, the actual tournaments, has all been on the industry, the room owners, and the promoters, regionally around the country. And in their efforts, they've done their very, very, very best. It's quite remarkable that the sport has done as well as it has. Of course, it has a bunch of us sick pool players that can't help themselves. Other Dave needs one. So this ball actually comes out. Oh, correction. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the ball count on the rack, and it's a little dark down there. You don't need anything to play this game. You know, everybody after you bought, a cue stick, and that was a real good try right there, Jesse, getting that cue ball up behind that 13. But Dave only needs one. You needed to get it behind the 13, so you might have had to look at that 8 ball and just get it out of the way. So we got a 2-2 game going on here, folks. Good job, Dave. See how it settles down early in a match? You needed to get it behind the 13, so you might have had to look at that 8 ball and just get it out of the way. So we got a 2-2 game going on here, folks. Good job, Dave. See how it settles down early in a match? They're going to take a little bathroom break, and I'm going to do the same thing. But let me update the score, and I'll be right back. If they get started, it's 2-2. Dave and Jesse Whistler are going at it for $1,000. We're at the back room at the Join a Queue, and we'll be right back. They're going to take a little bathroom break, and I'm going to do the same thing. But let me update the score, and I'll be right back. If they get started, it's 2-2. Dave and Jesse Whistler are going at it for $1,000. We're at the back room at the Join a Queue, and we'll be right back. All right, I'm back from oh, I just got distracted. Where am I? Oh, I'm at the back room of the joint queue. So we all just made our little pit stop and we're back at it. Yeah, we got to get a donation box going or something, huh, Sean? Just mail it with my name on it. Now we're going to be getting some other things lined up as far as donations, sponsorships. We got a lot of things in the work. We're just joining us. This is the only the second stream we've had since the big remodel here in the back room at the Joint Q. And got a couple fine young players here, Dave Stevesy and Jesse Whistler, battling out for $1,000 hard-earned dollars. And we're early. It's race to 6, so Jesse jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and then he kind of got a little bit happy, and then he got a little bit sad after Dave won a game, and then Dave won a second game, and so now it's kind of like they're starting over racing to 4. But both these guys are doing well. They're holding themselves. My name's Bart Mahoney. I'm the guy that has been helping where I can at this great pool room in Sacramento, California. So let's see what we got going on here. Dave stepped into the booth real quick while we were on our bathroom break, and he just said, dude, he was like, yeah, it's fun. He just said he was double kissing all of his banks. But you can tell he's a real fun guy to be around. He's got good humor. Been a lot of very healthy, friendly, jabbing and chuckling with each other. So this is very entertaining stuff. If you're a pool player and you're a one pocket player, this is a real good place to start. These streamers, the guys that are doing it all over the country, you got some really knowledgeable people out there that are doing it at the higher levels with the pros, but it doesn't mean that they're the only ones you can learn from. You can learn from them. Great shot, Jesse. Real good shot. Good cue ball. Everything was good. So we got, I think it's trying to see the count a little bit. Like I say, it's a little dark down there. And that's a real good shot right there too. See, now that's a comeback shot. See, he was got a little bit ahead of himself. He's it's 5-2, and that was a real good comeback shot after that 2-railer that.
These young guys don't know how hard this game really is.
Yeah, it yeah, some straggling one pocket player just walked in talking about how hard this game really is. But Dave just opened up now see right there though, see he got a little bit ahead of himself. And you want to protect every ball. You shoot a good shot, make sure that cue ball is good. But yeah, Wayne, yes, this game is really challenging. And yeah, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody out there, but oh, Horace, thank you much, Horace Duvers. I appreciate that. I cut my teeth streaming a little bit with Mr. John Henderson, the One Pocket legend, and he, him and I were the ones that actually started trying to make something happen out of the stream room when Sean and his lovely wife Katie Damani had bought the room, and they've done a great job at not only saving it from extinction, because this thing was in the courts. This place was going to get shut down forever, and it's here and it's alive and it's well. So we're very, very happy, for their success and the room's success, the sports success. But yeah, it means a lot. I haven't really done a lot of it. I did the tournament on Saturday for our good buddy Roger Estelle, and Dave is getting pretty comfortable there. He might have had a little roll off. Yeah, it wiggled a little bit. Sometimes slow speeds and different tracking, that's just cloth. You're just you think about a worn spot on your Levi's after you've been using it, and it gets smoother than the rest of those, of the fabric. So when you get to a tablecloth, it's still cloth. It's still the same thing. And this is, by the way, a brand new diamond, 4.5 by 9 diamond table. It has the 860 Simonis cloth. Showed up to everybody's excitement because it's another premier place to play, especially big matches like this. It's very, very private environment. It's very easy to control the sounds and the do's and don'ts of people in the room. And so it's a great environment for the players. I've played a couple times on it, and it's just, it's really enjoyable. So thanks again, Horace. And yeah, Dave, even though you're not out there, you're in the box right now. You're playing for your hard-earned money, but yeah, it does appear that you've been at the casinos a little bit more than you maybe need to be as far as your pool game's going. Now, if you're killing the casinos, more power to you, but be careful. And yeah, if Miguel wants to come play, Adrian, you're more than welcome. I'll come out here and stream you guys for, even if you're only playing for 100 a game, you can give me 20 a game. I'm fine. No? That was in my playbook. John told me to always try to work a deal. You can't get nothing out of nothing. But if people are throwing money around, you might just kind of grab a little as it's going by. So yeah, make the game. Oh, Jeff Gregg, you got that right, buddy. I wish I was in this game right now, but on the other hand, I'm okay. I'm actually enjoying the peace and calmness of being in here and not having to worry about whether I can make a ball or fight guys like you off. Dave's really settling down. He's getting Jesse's attention. But just let it all kind of fall where it may in this mid part of the set, going to 6. 2-2. They were just, now is the real jockeying. Now is the real pressure of making something happen and not showing any, ball count 6-5. Sorry, folks. We don't have a ball count yet on our scoreboard. We will. We're just tweaking. I got some nice little additions that are still to come that we just hadn't really accomplished since the remodel. But yeah, he's hitting the balls real smooth. He's enjoying it. He's having a good time, Dave says. This is fun. And then now I guess he's going to try to two-rail this 5 ball. Sure he is, of course. Sell out the 13. If Jesse can... This is the kind of shot, these are the kinds of shots the real solid players can grasp and practice. That 13 ball, it might be just a little too close to the rail, but if you load this up with that 13 ball with a ton of right English, you could probably get the cue ball, try to make the 13, but you could probably get the cue ball down underneath this 5 to where it's, it's not, so you just concentrate with a ton of right, make the 13, get the cue ball down under the 5, because this is, Dave only needs 1. So if you're going to do that, Jesse, you got to make it count. But then at 3, if it does go to 3-2, whoever wins, all you really have to do is just bear down even more, because you're going to start running out of games. You're not going to have as much time as you want. Jesse went ahead and flipped it, and Dave's going to be able to bank it across side. Now he's been real strong on his long rail banks. Side banks, he's double kissed a lot. That's what he said to me after that. But yeah, right there, he's starting to zero in. Real good pocket speed, better cue ball. And Jesse could get that out, and one over hit that one too. He hit it okay. Nothing real fancy here would be smart. Foul. That's not very smart. And Jesse just goes, well, how sweet it is. I assume he's looking at the 3 ball to bank it, but he might be stalling us. He's maybe playing some trickery, like his brain just fell out. Oh my goodness. He's not banking this 3 ball, folks. He will not want to see that on the replay tonight on ESPN. I trust you. He will kick himself for not hitting that 7-iron when he should have. And Dave's back at having some fun. Nice try. Okay. I hope Jesse knows where his pocket is. I think that's the big question right now. What do you think, Wade?
Yeah,
he should have been.
That almost cost him.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, it sure did. But no, he can get right back into this game, right? Oh, boy. Wheel?
Start to tighten up, huh?
Yeah, Jesse's.
Start to tighten up.
It really doesn't have to tighten up.
Yeah.
It really doesn't have to. He's kind of maybe putting too much pressure on himself. I think that's what it is. But that's all right. He's going to get one more chance. Yep, perfect time. Now here, folks, real simple if you're new to the game. You're going to wonder, why is he going to make this ball and follow the cue ball into the pocket? Well, because that's the shot. You're playing a game count. Steezy needs 1 ball. I don't know why he's not looking. I don't know what Jesse... Okay, Jesse, come on, buddy. Reel it in. So he's just going to scratch, purposely scratch. Good shot. Because of the ball count. If he doesn't do that, what happens now, Jesse has to spot up. Dave's doing it for him. He has to spot up a ball from his side of the rack, his count. So he loses ball in count. But that's okay, because Dave has no balls that he can make in his pocket. So that's the strategy. It's kind of like giving up a queen when you can get it right back.
Wow.
With the right move, with a couple pawns, etc., playing chess. One pocket is a total chess game. 2 people, 1 board. The balls or the men are the same objectives. Or I should say the same your power players. Banking the 13 would be a better choice here, Jesse, but if he catches any part of that 15 ball, yeah, he makes the 15 ball on the side, it gets spotted up, and the 5 ball goes towards Dave's hole. Dave's got a bankable ball now because Dave should have been, or Jesse should have been banking that 13 ball before the 5. Yeah, there's been a few oofs, all right, Dan. This has been an interesting game here because nobody's taken control of it and maintained it, and they've been turning him over. They've been oofing it too many times, so they're both probably feeling just a little bit, pocket speed. That ball needed to be hit with pure pocket speed. There was no need to lose your speed control on a shot like that. So yeah, Jesse's feeling a little bit. He's being a little bit frustrated, but he's getting the chances. And see, Dave's getting a little bit lackadaisical. When you're on the hill, it only takes, a few balls on the table. It doesn't take much to really put the hammer down on somebody, but you still got to hit the shots right. Now Dave can say, okay, well, I'm back to only needing 1. Scores 7-5, so he's going for it. He says, all I got to do is make this ball and I can win. Well, you better make that ball. That's the problem. And it's hard. It's hard. These guys got hard-earned dollars. They got lights, center stage. They got me yakking about their game up here. It's a challenge. Like the game ain't enough of a challenge, huh, Wayne? Oh, big stroke. What a stroke that was.
Good shot.
Real big shot. Okay, so we're probably going to have a tie game here right now, folks. The match is tied 2-2. Now, just get your cue ball. Just make the ball and get your cue ball where you can play an easy, safe. All you got to do is make the ball. Oh, boy.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's good speed.
Yeah.
Good speed. And even if he'd have made it, Dave might have done the same thing, just giving up the ball and, taking the ball count. Go back to 6-6. Right now it's 7-6. Oh, and Jesse likes to bank. He just made a 2-railer, not 2 earlier in this game. He made a real nice 2-railer. So, yeah, I don't think that's the play. I think he could wait for a better opportunity, but you just put it down, push it, and yes, I kind of could, If I was playing 20 a game, I would have probably shot the 2-railer. With 1,000 on the line, I ain't doing that. So Dave's taking a little snooze for a second. Dave's taking a little snooze for a second. All right. He's going to try a 2-rail here. He'd hit it just a little bit harder, had it on a good line. And Jesse hasn't, he's been,
Right this across.
yeah, he's got it. He can, you got it. You know, if he's going to go offensive, bear down and just put a load of left on this thing and make it dance quietly. Slow dance. Slow dance.
What happened?
Slow dance. Yeah, I broke my record on that one. He just he overjuiced it and it massaged away from the 13.
Okay.
So looks like we're looking at a 3-2 match. Dave Steezy takes the lead. Folks, by the way, that's called a Chicago break. Who shot it?
Just.
Folks, by the way, that's called a Chicago break. Who shot it? Yeah, that's called a Chicago break. It's not widely used on occasion. The only time I know anybody using the Chicago break on me is that they know it's not my favorite and I don't like it. I think people should be more strategic with the conventional break where you're breaking off the side of the rack. On the next game, I'll talk a little bit about the break. And also, too, when you're streaming and you're the commentator, yeah, you got opinions. And those opinions are fun to, fun to mess with the commentators. I do at Collins all the time. Grubs, oh, hey there. Can I just see you? Yeah, there you are, Grubs. How you doing, Eric? Good to see you. You guys can pick on me now. But yeah, I'll talk about the break a little bit and give you my opinions on things. And I never really question people as far as choices. It's a free world, or a free country. Not a free world, free country. And we have, we have the right to have our own ideas and transfer our own opinions. But yeah, he's taking some early chances, which are really going to cause him some trouble. Not major trouble. It's only 3-2 going to 6, so he can easily recover in this game. It's not like Dave's going to just run 8 and out here until he does, and then that'll change the complexion. So I think Jesse's been a little bit hard on himself. I like him a lot too. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. He gives people a lot of action. Played a lot of pool. He gave a lot of action to little Al Romero. He learned a lot from Al. Not everything, but enough to to where he's a pretty solid little one pocket player. So, thank you. And I will go back to that last game if you're following, if you got some of this action, Dave's action, with Dave. You want to remember that delicate little shot that Dave in the last game when he was on the hill, and I think he just wasn't sure of what he was doing as being the best thing he could have done, and he didn't hit it enough to where he fouled. The object ball didn't get a rail, and the cue ball didn't get a rail. Well, see, that was when he was ahead 7-2 or 7-3, if I remember right. And that's what cost him that last game, because he was in the driver's seat needing one against Jesse's 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever the count was exactly. I don't remember. You can reply to me, Adrian, but it's nice of you to keep that little internal chat alive with the owner of the room. Come on back on the 29th. Set something up. That'll be great. Any action is good action. Anything in Sacramento is good for all of Sacramento. Hard Times does a great job. They handle the big stuff, and both rooms are doing extremely well. It's always been a great town for pool players. Great town for pool players. If things aren't great, there's somebody comes along and makes it great. Oscar and Desiree, they came along. Mike and Karen, they paid their dues. It was time for them to settle into their little getaway, and they've done a tremendous job out there, just making that room everything that it can be. And same here with Sean and Katie Damani. They've done exactly the same thing. Younger, entrepreneur, independent thinking, business thinking people that weren't afraid to take some big chances. Now, a lot of times people don't realize what it really takes to put one of these rooms together, and then, oh my goodness, then you got to maintain it, and then you've got to carry the payrolls and the insurances and the clientele. You've got so much. If you've been in the business of running, retail shops, of grocery stores, restaurant, anything like that, yeah, you're going to learn. But pool, it's got its own characteristic. Think about it like this: every time the tables have to be recovered, these tables, they're getting recovered at, probably, I don't know what the going rate is, but I'll bet it's, at least a couple, 200 or 300 just to get it put on, and then you got that much just to get the cloth. So it's every year, if you got 20 tables, it's going to cost you a good chunk of money. That's why they charge rent for these things, and that's why they ask that you please take care of them as carefully as you possibly can. Sean Damani, $500 per table. There you go. And he knows. This is the 5th year the Joint and Q's been back in business, and boy, it's not cheap. You got your all the normal expenses of running a construction company like I did. It's those payrolls every week when you got to pay those guys, and the business doesn't have the money, and you got to pull it out of your own pocket. It's a grind. So hats off to every room owner. Chris Schwartz down at California Billiards, very good room owner, very good person, very good friend. I'm glad to be able to call him that. I've spent, you know, good bunch of time down at his place, and Delbert Wong over in San Francisco. He's been there as long as anybody, as the longest current room owner on the West Coast. So don't forget any of these people. If you're out there traveling around and need some good rooms to play, they're here. They're here. Whether you're visiting San Francisco, Sacramento, anywhere on the West Coast, it's worth a visit. And you will get played. There's plenty of people out here to handle and manage any and all type of action that flows through. So back to the pool. Hey, Box, what's up, Mr. Patterson? How you doing, buddy? Now there's a premier, highly knowledgeable, one pocket commentator, player, all the above. Yeah, he can, like they say, if you were a dancer, you could cut a rug. Well, he could cut a stream in his sleep and not miss a beat. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, that $500 a table, that's 11 grand a year. That's $1,000 a month, close to. It's not cheap. And then the balls, they don't last forever. And you got to keep them clean, and you got to pay your workers, and everybody's got to do their job. And yeah, it's a lot to business, in any kind of business, if you want to be successful. You can always just take your money and just burn it, and just throw it away because you don't want to take care of all the things that need to be done. But right there, a little simple little double kiss. And that's okay. We got a little change in score here, folks. Yeah, say a little something nice to yourself, Jesse. You're not playing bad at all. But you're also losing your position. In the world you want to be in. But you're also losing your position. In the world you want to be in. All right, we're back, folks. Yeah, Jesse's, they're talking a little bit. I don't know, he's Jesse might be just struggling through. It might be a little hot. The AC is, one of the AC units is acting up a little bit. Not a good time for that to happen, but. The AC is, one of the AC units is acting up a little bit. Yeah, it is hot today too. Real hot. Give you a little weather update.
Heading toward the 102.
Yeah, we're looking at 102, and it should max out at about 104 today. Good cue ball. Oh, unless that was his pocket. Oh, I missed that break too. I'll try to give you a tip on
that was Dave's pocket. Dave broke.
Okay. I believe that, Horace. No. Everybody's jockeying. I see the horses running in the chat room. They're thinking of the next best lane to get to that finish line, and they gotta, first of all, have somebody who's willing to put up a little bit of purse money, climb on the back of their horse and ride it for all it's worth. Keep it up, guys. I love it. I think it's great. Everybody, let's see, we got.
They're barking at each other.
Yeah, you got to bark. I don't know though. Them real mean dogs, they just kind of look at you, drop their ears and eyes, and they just start walking towards you, and they don't say a word. Next thing you know, you're running for your life, hoping you can jump fences that you never thought you could before. So enjoy. Keep it up, guys. Here, you know, there's a little clever shot that Tony Chohan, he's quite proficient at, is kicking on the back side of that 7, but kicking on it on the bottom side of the 7 so it slides over underneath the 3 and 14. There, not much could happen, but that 7 ball would come back towards the rack and possibly ticky off that 12 or something. So let's see what Dave does here. I think he can bank this 4 ball and get by that. Yeah, I don't know if he can get by that 7. Yeah, probably not. No, I don't know. He's going to have to let the cue ball out a little bit and let it go around the table, which he did. That can be an effective shot. Well done. No harm, no foul. Yeah, I don't think he can get, even from this side angle, I don't think he can get enough, hit the edge of that 4 ball. That's all I can see. There he's just playing safe because he's trying to slow himself down. That's a smart thing to do. That was a very good shot because now Dave is looking out of the back of his head from his pocket. Can't see nothing. And not a bad shot. Here, Jesse should come off the 12 ball. Come down underneath. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, come down. Play off the 12 and come down underneath the 3 and 14. Because you kind of mix those 12 and 1 up. The 1 is blocking the 12. It wouldn't be easy to get on the 12. So you got to just about loosen both of those balls up where they go to Dave's pocket. They don't go to Jesse's. So, yeah, that's the shot. If he plays it the way I told him to, good shot. Sometimes you kind of hit things with a little doubt. Good shot, though. It's the right shot. But he could have just hit that with a little more speed. And there, that just snuck through there enough. So here, Jesse can bank that 14 ball. He's just got to hit it perfect speed to get it to freeze on this rail. And I'm a long ways away from having, thousands of people listening to me, so I don't mind giving out a few little tips. Good shot. But there's a simple rule that I coach, and I give players to know what their focus should be on every shot. And it ain't making balls. Yeah, if you got an easy ball, you're supposed to make it. But what it really is, there's only one thing to do with the cue ball. There's two things to do with the cue ball on every shot, is to freeze it to something. Sometimes it can be on the wrong side of the ball where you're trying to hide behind a ball. Let's say you just got it. The only thing you can do is get the ball to a rail. Freeze it to the rail. Put the sensory perception of your mind in tune with where that rail is distant-wise. The second thing is if you can get it on the backside of a ball and use the ball as a blocker for some kind of a threat and freeze it to the ball. The other place, so there is a third place, the other place is even if you have to freeze it on the good side of the ball, let's say it's a long ways from the pocket, and you can't get under the ball to use it as a blocker, so you just get on top of it. That is also effective. So the idea is pretty simple. Always, always, always freeze the cue ball to something, and it'll pay dividends. Now, Dave is real dangerous on the long rail banks. He's made just about everything long rail. And for a guy like me that wants to play a little, I'll tell you, this commentating is what's called the nuts. Because you can absolutely learn what you don't want to do with your opponent. This guy is absolutely torturing. So I don't know. This is moving along pretty quickly. It's quite possible that maybe they want to do another set. Because I'll gladly stick around. Now, come on, Jesse.
Is it 5 or 6 sets? Right?
What's that?
Is it going to 5 or 6?
6. 6 is the number. The tone of their jabbering at each other has changed a little. Seems to be a little tenser. They were laughing in the first game, saying things to each other. Second game, getting through being a little nervous. Now they ain't nervous no more. They're fully aware where they're at. It's 4-2, Dave. Jesse has got to get this under control, and Dave has 4 balls in his hole. See how nicely he laid the cue ball down behind the backer? That's sensory perception. Remember it. We all have it, but most pool players don't.
Wow. Jesse. Wow.
Most pool players don't engage it as much as they need to. Intuition's another thing that people sell themselves short as being a tool. But you guys will figure it out. I'm not going to tell you everything. And like I say, I'm sure not going to do it when we have a larger group. I'd get a lot of flack from people for that. Yep. Game ball. 5-2. All right, I'm going to try to stay with you long enough to tell you about the break. Kind of hoping Jesse wins this game too, just because, you know, I'm pulling for the game more than I'm pulling for players in every case, unless it's my team in the sports book. But at the same time, I'd like to see Jesse. I'd like to be able to talk a little bit more about the break. I will right now because I haven't been able to say anything. The traditional break is the ones where you're playing off, slightly touching the head ball, mostly hitting the second ball, putting a lot of spin on it to the inside of the shot line you're hitting, and quieting the cue, but getting most movement out of the balls and killing the cue ball, which the Chicago break, like what Jesse just did, he executed very well. But all Dave really has to do is just take a foul. And then that Chicago break is over. And it forces Jesse to immediately start playing the game. He didn't have to do that. See, now this has opened it up to where Jesse's got a very good opportunity. He can make the excuse me, he can make the get the 12, I think it was the 12 ball. I can't see him. Yeah, get the 12 ball, run into, oh, no, he didn't even try. I'm surprised. Yeah, he's down 5-2, and he's playing like it. Smart guy. Just hope it's not too late, Jesse, because you've got opportunities. It's just a matter of doing something with them. See, that was kind of a wing shot there. Kind of dangerous, but Dave's ahead 5-2, so he's not feeling a whole lot of pressure score-wise, but what he sure doesn't want to do is to think this is over. All right, Horace, it's my secret. Our secret. So here we are in another situation, Dave. It's more on Jesse to just keep it together. Be patient. 5-3 is a whole lot different than 5-2. So hang in there, buddy. Jesse should get some balls here if he just takes his time and makes them.
That's right, Jesse. Take your time. Take a breath.
Your bandwagon's growing there, Dave. You got Mr. Miles out there sending you some good energy. But right now, these balls are spread. If Jesse just kind of, yep, good shot. Now, see, but again, oh, by the way, I was telling everybody how to freeze it to something. Guess what? You don't want to freeze it when you're shooting. That's the worst thing you can do. Put pressure on yourself right there. That cue ball didn't get to, I realized he had to kind of move the cue ball in a funny sort of way. The way Dave's been banking, he's dangerous. Okay, see now, he's playing. He's playing like I'm ahead 5-2. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to just kind of enjoy the time here for a while, and you got to be careful then. Let's see, nowhere on the break there, but neither player caught it. Oh, on Jesse's, yeah, I was wondering. I couldn't really tell. I didn't see it bobble when I got to the rail, Billy, but you may very well be right. I don't have. I'm sure that I have the ability to replay.
Wow.
I'm sure I have the ability to replay or rewind, but I don't have the. I don't have. Wait a minute. I'm sure I have the tools to do that, but I ain't got the ability. So I hope nobody has to
They,
question
they
them.
both look at it. Okay.
Now I'm in panic. Exactly. See? I know. I never told you that, Chris, because if I did, shoot, I'd be putting myself in a tougher spot. That's the beauty of being a pool player and a retired pool player. You can let out all the secrets you want. You just don't want to run into any of your old friends that are still playing good pool or used to play good pool. Some of them don't like that. Me, I like to help people play and enjoy this game, and the only way they really are going to enjoy this game is to play better. And right now, Jesse's got himself
That's right.
absolutely draining himself of his energy. Jesse's complaining about the room being too hot. And I know that the technicians are on their way to do some work on it, but yeah, it's bad timing. Very unfortunate. I feel for you, but at the same time, I can do nothing about it. It ain't like I shut it off on purpose. So, back to the game, and that's just the way it sometimes rolls. And I do feel for Jesse. I mean, it is a little bit warmer. It's not excruciating. One of the two air conditioners are working, but it's 100. It's 102, 103 degrees outside. Audio, as in, what do you mean, Tyler? Oh, you mean with the players? Yeah, we're working on that too. But I don't really need to hear it. It's 103. Exactly. It's hot. Yeah, the audio would be great to listen to these guys talking right now. I mean, obviously they're not the chipper friendly pals they were when they started about, I don't know, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, it's only been 2.5 hours.
Dave is having a good time here.
Yeah, Dave is really comfortable hitting the. Oh, okay, Billy. I'll mention that afterwards. But it wouldn't really change the outcome of this match so far. And see right there, see Jesse's just digging his own, and it's hard. It's really, really hard. He's uncomfortable. He's just losing his focus, which is just making it easier and easier for Dave. And you know, when you're playing for money, the one thing you got to do is close it out and take advantage of your opportunities. Now there's just a good shot.
Yeah.
Does he have enough? I think he has enough ball to make that 13. I think he does. I don't know if he's gonna try to bite too much off. All right, there you go, Jess. You're not done, dude. Yeah, see, he got it going, kind of gave up, made a ball, and then gave up again. So we got I think Dave only needs one, if I'm counting right. 5, 8, 2, 4, 5, 3, 8. Yeah, he needs one. And no, there won't be any second match if. There's just probably not going to be a second match. That's my guess, folks. And yeah, Billy, thanks. That, like I say, it didn't really change the stature of the score. But Jesse's got to make a ball here. Playing the combo here. Oh, he didn't have to. Yeah, so he can get right back in this match. Come on, Jesse. Come on, buddy. Just come up for the 4. Bank the 7. And probably even if you can get where you can bank the 7, you can probably come up on top of the 2 and bank it too. Run out. Or go over there and get on it. Good shot. Nice speed. Beautiful shot. The heart of a lion.
Oh, did Dave miscount? Oh, he's joking with him.
Oh, he did joke with him. That was his out ball. Very cool, Dave. Good call. Oh, he did joke with him. That was his out ball. Very cool, Dave. Good call. All right, folks, I had to turn the AC on for a second. But this is the conventional break. You're going to see him try to slide off the 4, catch the second ball as the 7 is the brown ball. Bottom rail, side rail with a speed somewhere near where he put his chalk down. He hit a little too hard. This actually opens the door up for Jesse, but he hit that about where Jesse's chalk, he just moved it. See, he hit it up to about the 3 1/4 diamond from the corner pocket, where, like Tony Chohan says, he likes to break the balls and have the cue ball stop at 2 1/4 distance from the bottom rail back up. So that's kind of the objective on the break, is just to open up a few balls and don't let your opponent see anything. See right there, here, Jesse, you're right back in it at 5-4. All you got to do is keep it together, dude. Don't even look at that 3. Remember, there's a few at 2-2. He had a cold bank right in front of him that he could have taken and made. Right now, he wants to bank this. He doesn't have to. He could cut this 2 in real easy. Real easy. Okay, well, let's look around. Exactly. There you go, buddy. Now you're going to need a bridge for that one for sure.
Oh, you can't see anything. Doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, Jesse's got a real good chance here to just walk on down the road and make something happen. Slow down. Yeah, see now it's changed a little. You'll notice Dave is a little bit tighter. Not a lot, but Jesse didn't lay down at 5-2.
Wow. Cuba.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, Sean. Sorry, I cooled the shop down. I cooled the stream room down just enough to get through. It's kind of what we're having to do right now. It's very, very hot, and the room is warm. It's not overbearing.
Oh yeah, it's a lot cooler out there. Yeah, it's a lot cooler out there than it is in here. This is hot.
Okay, Wayne says it's cooler out in the room where they're playing than it is where I am. And I'm here just basking in the sun, enjoying it. I'm not even noticing it. But yeah, I did turn the AC on just a little bit. So, oh, Matthew Moorhead, 106, where are you at? Well, now I'm all over the place. Oh yeah, Dave. Dave's playing a little tighter. Jesse's just going to take that out of here. No. He's okay. But barely. Or maybe not.
Did you measure?
Yeah, I've gotten on the side of the ball before. I seem to find the edge.
Oh,
Instead of being edgy, just did it the way you want to. And don't think about how much. Just feel how much. Oh, hello, Dave. See, he's just tightening up a little bit. And Jesse is in trouble. He's really in trouble. This is about as bad a spot to be in here right now, folks. He's just getting a little energy back. I don't know, wait a minute.
He needs to make the 4.
He could see the 4. He should be making the 4. It's 2-1, Dave. He's supposed to make the 4. He's supposed to say 3 is no problem. If he doesn't shoot this 4 and he tries to do something to his hole, he's putting the whole match on the line. He's even thinking that 14 ball's wired, and it wasn't. But he made the 4 ball. But the 14 rolled out, and then he's just put it all on the line for not making that ball. And if he says he couldn't see it, I'll give him that. But, oh boy. Yeah, the right idea to get something done with that, but not with Dave on the line and rolling, which he's been doing for the last hour and a half since they went 2-2. He's been dominating this his tempo. And now he's just getting ready to enjoy the sweet smell of victory and a cool one and a nice dinner for him and the little lady, until he forgot he was playing for other reasons, and now he actually has to go a different route. It's 5-3 score. He needs 3. I think he can get enough of that 9 ball. Oh yeah, he's got plenty of room on that 9 ball. He makes that, it's out. No, he doesn't. He decides he's going to help Jesse get back in this game. These are the horses coming down. Oh boy, these are the horses coming down where they just decide, I'm tired of you riding my back. I'm going to just sit down and stop running for a minute. Oh, I was looking at the wrong hole. Ah.
Nice touch.
Anyway, careless, very careless. This has been a yeah, jumped out the window. Look out below. Oh, hey Matt, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, you're hating it up there.
Wow.
Yeah, and that 11 ball snuck away. He's okay now. Jesse, he's got to get underneath this 12 ball. He's got to get to that 12 ball or underneath that 12 ball. If he can just see the top edge of the 12 ball, you can only see if he can see enough of the 9 ball, and he's making the shots when it counts. That's a big shot right there, Jesse. Heck of a job. And he's been fighting these little balls sitting over by Dave's that aren't even being controlled by Dave. They're just happening. It's called the rub, folks. Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
That's such a great shot right there. Yeah. And if he's got a blocker, I think he does. So see, right now, Jesse's, oh my gosh, it's 7-2. I didn't realize Dave was on the hill. Did you?
No.
Oh.
No, I thought he was 6.
Well, if you know he was on the hill, I would be mad at you for not letting me know.
Yes.
That was such a big shot for Jesse to make that bank on the 9 ball after getting a good shot to make the ball, and then the bad rub, and then he produced something out of that mess. Well, if you know he was on the hill, I would be mad at you for not letting me know. That was such a big shot for Jesse to make that bank on the 9 ball after getting a good shot to make the ball, and then the bad rub, and then he produced something. Alrighty. Jess, just be patient. It's so hard to be patient when you're losing. But you have to be. It's so hard. You think like you got to do it all right now. You got to get back in the game. Well, you just did. You won the last game. You went from 5-2 to 5-3. Make it 5-4. One game, one shot at a time. Not a bad shot, but that, I don't know what he can do with the cue ball. If he banks that 8, or if he can bank that 11.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. He was.
yeah, I don't know what he was looking. He was looking big for a minute.
At that 8 ball for a second.
Now here, see here he's just keep it reasonable. No, Jess. Okay. Whew. I saw Jesse's his. Oh my God! Just like that, set's over. That's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Tough loss. Good win. Very good win. Very good job there, Dave. You held yourself up when you were down 2-0, and Jesse just got caught in the middle of that, and it didn't pan out for him today. But he'll live to be another day. He's a good, great, really, really good player. He's just needing another chance. And he'll get it. And I know he'll be back. All right, folks. Well, a little quicker than I expected, but at the same time, there wasn't a whole lot anybody could have done much different. I mean, there was just a little changes of comfort, really. You know, they both started out good enough. Went 2-2 with Dave holding on. You know, after being down 2-0. Jesse didn't bank a ball at 3-2. At 2-2 to go 3-2, he had a couple balls. It was like 6-6. I don't remember the ball count, but he didn't bank a 3 ball. And then Dave missed a couple other little things here and there that he could have done differently. But at the end of the day, it's a good match. I enjoyed everybody that was on the chat. You know, kept me with some laughs. I mean, a couple of people out there texting me. A couple of my buddies give me a hard time, which always hits a little closer to the heart because they're funny. Good old Horace and my buddy Mr. Bradley. Just having fun with the Bartleys. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the chat. I hope that everybody kind of starts checking in on the Jointed Queue, and also at the Backroom at the Jointed Queue. That's where I am involved with just developing the games and the action. I'm not out there promoting and building side work or adding big money or side bet. None of that. I don't do any of that. What I do is just try to service the people that want to have a match like today. They want to battle it out and do the best they could. They did. That have some money they want to put on the line, because that just makes it a whole lot more interesting. And yeah, so everybody stay in touch. Stick around. Keep your eye open. The next thing I should announce right now, I had it on my notes, but I left those at home, is when John Henderson and I were doing this stream, when they first built the stream and we first started trying to use it, we ended up with a lot of really good opportunities, and we started developing what's called a round robin, an 8-player round robin one pocket tournament. These tournaments, if you're already in the database that I built for it, after John passed away, I lost all interest in the booth. I didn't have a go-to guy right away, and fortunately, I do now have someone else to go to, Randy Walker. Randy has been doing a great job with the streams before the remodel. He was here. He's a very, very, very capable, very talented pool player, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to. Hang on a sec, I'll be right back. Randy Walker. Randy has been doing a great job with the streams before the remodel. He was here. He's a very, very, very capable, very talented pool player, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to. Hang on a sec, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm sure you're all long gone and enjoying the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. I hope you're inside where the air conditioning is keeping you comfortable. Got a lot coming up with the jointed queue, the back room, round robin, one pocket. Got about 80 people in our database that I'll be sending flyers and messages to. What else? And these guys, Jesse and Dave, are both talking about matching up again soon. And likewise, and then Aton came in, stopped by to visit. You can see him there at the table. So anyway, good day at the pool hall. Good day to have a little action. Good day to stay inside. All right, Bart Mahoney's out. We'll talk to you all later, and God bless. Came in, stopped by to visit. You can see him there at the table. So anyway, good day at the pool hall. Good day to have a little action. Good day to stay inside. All right, Bart Mahoney's out. We'll talk to you all later, and God bless.